Well, good day again, tubes, and how's she hanging today? Well, we have a really nice day out here today. It's actually right now sitting at 0 degrees, which is the freezing mark, but I'll tell you, it feels like about 4 or 5 degrees. It's really nice compared to what we've been having. So, ooh, I forgot to lock up my my dewey there yesterday. I was out doing a bit of scraping with the backhoe, just marking it where I got to dig for today. Still gonna have to do some ripper toothing, I think, but man, everything's starting to melt off. That's really nice. But anyways, once again, fire it up, and everything should be good here. Yeah. All right, still gonna let her warm up a minute or two before I go out, but I think I'm going to drive on with this one today, and what was I going to say? Drive on with that one today, and dig with this one and stuff. Just because I won't have that other one ready in time. So, but I don't know. I'm seriously thinking about maybe rebuilding the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. Probably should, but we'll. I don't know. I'm still, if I do, there's a lot more cutting and crap I gotta do, so I think I still might just zap those things off of here with my torch, smooth her all out again nice, and then weld the new ones on, and maybe she'll be good to go. Anyways, even that's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm not too, I'm happy with this part of it and stuff, but it's just from basically here up that I wanted to change back over, which is kind of crappy, but we'll do her, I guess. But anyways, I'll go inside, let this thing warm up a minute or two, and then I gotta head back, and I gotta do some digging. So this warmer, nice sun here is kind of melting this stuff up a little bit more, making it a little softer, so might be able to scrape off some more of the roads today too, which would be all right. So anyways, let's head her inside, and I can feel it's making it mushy feeling now. It's not fluffy, nice feeling like it was when it was cold. Oh man, but anyways, what's our next stage here? Oh yes, we got this side pretty well ready to weld together. They are off a hair though, but I can readjust those after, not a biggie. So I guess basically we have to pair up these two fellers and do our bevelly cut like that, so you can see how that'll fill in real nice there, you know, and she'll be able to bond together real good. So anyways, I'll get these cleaned up, and then I'll have to go dig after, I guess. Alrighty, well, just before I went out to dig that grave, I thought I'd maybe get these things spot welded together, so I got them spot welded together, and seems pretty good. I'm about ready to give them the big juice, but I went and dug that grave. Oh man, that one was the worst I have ever done this year. I think actually that was the worst one I've ever done altogether. Oh, 2.5 foot of frost in that thing, right on through. And I'm glad the ripper tooth wasn't much shorter, because it wouldn't have got through it. Well, it would have, but would have been a lot more messing around. There was enough messing around as it was, and oh, I don't know why people have to keep picking in an area. Oh, I'm running out of areas really, but picking another one in an area that was just sort of uncovered like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Get all this cold, and then it just drives that frost in, you know, because I got nothing really to cover it back on with after I'm done. So, oh man, but just a nightmare. Oh, it was like digging through concrete. And this sort of spot too was a spot in the one fieldy thing place back there that they brought a bunch of fill in, because it used to actually be a big swamp. There was a big bog swamp back there way back, like early 1800s, mind you. So when they widened the road out here to the big highway, way back. I guess they went sort of like from a sort of a smaller single lane to a full 2 lane or whatever. They brought a bunch of fill in here and filled it in. This is probably, I honestly don't know what years they were doing that, but it was probably around the early 1900s, or maybe in just a little bit past the 1900s, that they started bringing all this dirt in. And there was some areas there, like I actually hit the old black swamp dirt, we'll call it, and black as your boot, that kind of stuff, you know. And it's about 5 feet down, so there's a lot of fill. That's a lot of loads of fill that they brought in here whenever they did her. So, but this little spot here just so happens that there was a bunch of gravelly stuff, I guess, that went sort of near the top too. And oh, what a nightmare, because it's all frozen together. So basically, you're breaking rock, essentially, with a little bit of dirt around it. So we did her, but man, if that machine was much, we'll say, smaller or weaker, I would have been screwed. But she busted through it. Took me 3 hours. 3 hours. I started it at like, oh geez, I didn't remember. It was about 3 hours though. But 10:30 or so, I think I was working on this around 10. So yeah, around 10:30 I was done in the house. About 10 to 2, I guess we'll say. But I was done digging at about 1:30. So, oh, what a nightmare. That might be it for the year. I might call her after this one and say, wait till spring, boys. The rest of them we'll just put them in storage for now. But holy man, what a nightmare. But anyhow, enough of that nightmare. I'm gonna go do some welding here and get these things kind of soldered up. This one here, you can see, is just off a little hair there, which really kind of sucks, but I can probably just get in there and shave her with my Dewey. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. I could probably fill a bit in here too with the welder and then square it out, but I think I'll just go in with my grinder machine Dewey. I don't know what happened there. It must have been shaking. And I'll just grind that out and grinder schmoove. So to get these all welded together, they're going to be probably wicked hot by the time I'm done, of course. So I'll probably not be grinding this out today unless I grind it now, but I really don't need to grind it out today. So I'll go ahead and weld these and show you when they're done. Alright, plates are welded. I got the holes kind of hollowed out a little bit better. Just going to do a temp here. They're still pretty warm. 100 and almost over 200 degrees right there. This is the first one I did, so it might be a little better. But yeah, probably could handle them with some gloves. What's this one? That's not quite as warm, so I want to kind of go over the edges again with the grinder here and kind of schmoove them all out again and make them kind of nicer looking. And what else today with that? I don't think I'm going to get to the whatchamacalliting them off the, I guess I'll get this thing started with the torch. But anyways, let me grind some of these off and then see how they're looking after. Alright, that's just going to take an entirely too much amount of time to grind that the way I wanted it. What I'm going to probably do is when I get them welded on the other thing and it'll actually sit up straight, I'll do them then, because this is just going to take for a frickin' ever. This is a good little grinder, but when you're getting into beefier stuff like this, it's pretty hard on her. She doesn't want to really do her too well, you know. So what I'll do is, like I say, when we get her set up on the plate, we'll just leave her. She'll be both sitting like this, and then I'll be able to go at it with my discin grinder here. This one works really good. Actually, it's almost screwed again, this one. But anyways, that one, they work really good, and it'll smooth all that off real nice. But what I guess now we just need to get that piece off the other part of the tractor, and I'm still thinking if I should rebuild this whole entire thing or not, but I really don't want to have to. So, but so that's going to require a lot more work into making all those other plates again. Pretty sure I still got my my Dewey there. I think that's the one we used. So I mean, I could cut some out, but I really don't want to. You know, that was just cutting all that one out by itself was enough work. So, but anyways, not a biggie. Whoops. So what to say. I guess I could get that one out off the tractor here. Maybe we'll get that one off, and then we will maybe cut her today. I don't know. Let's go out and have a look. Well, I guess we'll see if we can get this fella off of here. I have to fire the tractor up here and get the bucket off first. Now let's go do some dissection. Alright, so I got gonna film this for you while I'm cutting the one side off anyways. But I got the camera kind of a sort of a long ways away because I really don't want to get the camera screwed up with flashers and sparkies and stuff. So probably should be wearing my giggles here. These giggles, because they've got a better lendy do, except I forgot to put them up in my hanger and they're all grimy now, but we can degrime them, hopefully. Alright, this is going to be quite a cutting job. I guess I better take those ones off first. Quite a cutting job here because she's pretty darn thick, boys. She's pretty darn thick. And it's probably going to burn up a bunch of gas, but hopefully we got everything that's flammable away. So, here we go. Power tech's pretty good, but I got piles of cutting left to do because I just cut the thing off, and now I gotta try to cut it down to the plate there and not go through the plate and wreck the plate. But anyways, we shall try to do the carbon side copy to this one. And probably shouldn't really be doing this inside, but it's so nice to have a work table like to work on, right? Instead of, you know, on the ground. The ground sucks. But anyways, here we go again. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, that's a hot torch. Oh, it's a leaking torch. Okay. That is some hot metal too. What to grab with? What to grab with? What to grab with? Oh my god. Alright. Don't mess with the torch. So, now the big job will be to try and, like I say, clean these down to like the plate there, but it's all the weld I got to cut through now too, so it's going to be a real nightmare. Anyways, let's go have a look here. So, it seemed cut pretty good. I can't remember what that torch was. They claim it was rated to cut through, you know, without doing like multiple passes, but it's not super bad, but sometimes you wonder, it's like, well, is this thing going to work at all? So, shouldn't be using that screwdriver, should be using this one. This crap should just all pop out of here, I think. Yeah. Just slaggy crap. Oh, hot. So, oh, that's hot. So this is going to be probably a bit tricky. I'll probably not film this part of her because basically I got to get in here with brain surgery precision hands and torch and try to get her as tight as I can down through there and try to blow through the welds. And yeah, some nice welds I got there too, eh? I'm gonna have to waste them. Oh well, she seemed to hold together anyways. So yeah, all said together, we're probably going, well, this is 3/4, that'll be probably 1.25 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. I gotta try to cut through here. I think it'll do it. Hopefully it will do it, or I'm totally screwed. This would take for frickin' ever to grind with like a grinder. So we're gonna try our best here, but anyways, I guess wish me luck. Here we go. Okay, so that's wicked hot. And we didn't actually do too bad there. She's a little wonky, but it's nothing that the old, ooh, that was hot. Ooh, hot. It's nothing that the old welder won't fill in, but what a cobbled up mess, eh? Holy crap, maybe I should have rebuilt the whole thing from what I all chopped out here. This looks horrible. Well, now that should have lots of clearance though with the new dewies on there, but What a cobbled mess. Oh. But you know, the dead guys won't care. So now we'll see what we can precision do for this side. They actually seem to cut through pretty good. What a cobbly mess though, eh? Wow. I don't usually do stuff like that, but I just didn't really want to rebuild that whole entire thing. But anyhow, I think she'll work. Oh man, what a mess. But anyways, I'll go over that after with my sand and dewy thing, and it should clean her up pretty good. So feels like, look at the molten Iron Man will be proud of me. But anyhow, we'll cut this other side off of here, and she'll be probably red hot again, like my finger is right about now. Got a little piece of hot stuff on it, but anyways, cut round number 2 here. Alright, so apologize, I haven't really been doing a lot of updatey things, but pretty well got her smoothing down. One little dewy right there I should get off, like that. And I was trying to cut through this with my little die grinder to pop this ugly looking piece off, and then I would have just and welded her back in, but holy crap, I forgot I plug welded there too, so I'm like, ah, to heck with that. I'll just lay some beads over there in there after, kind of thing, when I get her attached to the plates. I got the plates on the tractor ready to get attached, so I guess we'll get her sort of spot welded on, kind of thing, and making sure we like where she's placed, and make sure I get her on the right way too. This has got to go towards me, or the bucket, I guess. So, but anyways, we'll get her tacked, and then I'll show you again here. Just one sec. Alright, that is roughly the placement. So I guess I'll go ahead and I had to square this one up a little bit. This one's still way out, I can tell just by looking at it, but I haven't tacked her too hard. I should be able to put these dewies on there and just ding 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 until she comes up tight, and then we'll hit her home. So she's looking pretty good, and I guess I'll hit her a couple of times just to kind of fuse her down, and hopefully she won't move on me. Although I seem to have lots of room and everything, which was really good. So, but anyways, I'll get welding here a little bit and square this feller up. I'll maybe see if I remember to flick the camera on while I'm squaring this one up. I'll show you how I did the other one here. Alright, so we're good there. We'll get these fellers off of here, make sure they're clean, and then we'll slide one down there, push her down onto the base. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much still square. If not, she'll throw the whole project off. Okay, so you can see the gappage right there. Get you in the right spot. So yeah, you can see a bit of the gappage there. So what we got to do is try not to break the welds off. Ooh, this is going to be a tricky one. It's hard because I'm trying to work over the camera too here, right? So okay, now hitting that will mess up your alignment. So yeah, she's still out quite a bit. Still out quite a bit. Well, that's the way you got to do it anyway. So I'm gonna have to move you guys out of the way because I got to get right in here. It looks like to give us a bit of a more of a wallop here. So anyways, one sec. Or something kind of sort of like that. She's still a little wee bit off on this back side, but the front's good. That little wee tiny bit I don't think will make a huge difference though. But anyhow, I guess I'll finish up today and weld the snot out of this. I think this molten piece of metal stuff is pretty well. Oh, look, it's all crunchy. It's like cookie. Oh. But anyhow, I'll get welding this up here, I guess, and I'm going to have to give her pretty good on the inside here because I don't really got a whole lot on the outside to go to, but we'll zap her good here, and hopefully she stays where she's supposed to. Alright, so we got a fair whack of welding done on this lovely cobbled up looking mess. But anyways, we're going to make sure that at least this still goes through effortlessly. That's not too bad. That one's good. That means they're all fairly much lined up. And that one's good. Alright, whew. I was worried because I was pouring the heat to her. I was just smoking the heat to her. But anyways, I imagine it's, yeah, pretty warm. I'm going to have to probably leave this sitting here tonight, and then maybe tomorrow we'll try her on the machine. Hopefully she'll still hook up to a whatchamacallit, bucket. Kind of hopefully it will. Pretty sure it will, but anyhow, I might still touch up in here maybe. It'll probably all melt together and then make one big globby looking mess, but yeah, maybe I'll try, I don't know, run a bead maybe along the front here and try to pile some in behind or something. I don't know. We'll see. I really don't want to put too much more weight to it. I was almost thinking I might have to somehow cut some kind of shape out of there just to take a bit of weight out of this thing, because it's going to be pretty darn heavy, but I don't really want to mess with the structural strength either, right? Because it's going to be have to be fairly strong too for the abuse that it's going to have to take. But man, she's getting pretty heavy. I could carry it in here onto the thing, but you got to think you're adding this to the weight of all your bucket and everything you're adding your bucket on. It's, you know, that's going to be a lot extra weight that it doesn't need. And even if I added a thumb on too, holy man, it'd be even worse. Oh man, but anyways, the more weight you put on, the less she's going to want to whatchamacallit, you know, and stuff, and curl and lift and stuff. So you got to really kind of watch. But anyhow, I think we're still within somewhat of a spec, but she sure is a messy looking mess, holy. But anyways, I think it should work. Like I say, the dead guys won't care. But anyways, I'll maybe try to lay a couple of beads just into there to kind of clean that up a little bit. And probably head her home then. Well, I guess that's not quite so cobbled up looking. At least it'll be strong. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. It'll work out. You probably won't even hardly see it there. But anyhow, it's pretty wicked hot, so I think I'm going to let her chill out for the night. Pull this feller off. Come on. And yeah, we'll try hooking her back up in the morning, I guess, and hopefully it works. I'm sure it will. The only other thing I might do is maybe here we go with weight again, right? And adding more onto it. There's this, you know, back here that maybe could benefit with like another piece of I don't know. There's going to be a lot of strain pushed down onto this, you know. But it's so kind of chopped up, there's not really a whole lot I can really do. Like maybe even, I don't know, it's probably got lots of strength there, but I could even maybe just round this out more or something. I don't know. It definitely doesn't look like they should meet together here, but I could, I guess. Well, it's weight again, right? I don't want to add too much more to it, but adding a piece of square rectangular into there or something, but I have to put like another two to make. I think I'm going to drive on and try her like this anyways and see if it's going to be alright, but I just don't want to add too much more to it, right? Because it's going to be pretty heavy now as it is. Like, she's definitely a two-handed picker-upper now, so, but I also don't want to compromise any more strength too, right? So if I chop her, I'm going to have to do like a straight down there, maybe chop that triangle off and then maybe round this corner. I don't know, we'll figure something out, but I really don't want to add too much more onto it, that's the thing. So, but anyways, I think she should go good because we should have quite a bit more, hopefully quite a bit more curl power, because you can see these pins are pretty much lined up here. And this is where it should be, so I've added another, you know, bit, so it should give me technically more curl power, hopefully. Is the idea. So, but anyways, tomorrow after she cools, it'll probably be cool by like midnight. She's pretty warm. I bet she could cook an egg on there. I'm not touching it, but yeah, she should be hopefully good and strong, I'm hoping, and ready to rock. So gonna need her for tomorrow, so I got to kind of get her going, get her ready to rock. So, but anyways, good to go. I'm heading her home. But anywho, you guys have a good night. Thanks for watching today. like these days are getting longer. It's like 5:22, and we still got sun above the buildings, which is nice. So that means the days are getting longer. And back to the mosquitoes and the hot and the humid, and it's not the heat, it's the humidity, and yeah, all the good fun summer stuff. And cutting grass. Oh boy. But anyways, I'll catch you tomorrow for a big tryout of this thing here. And hopefully she'll fit on good, and we're ready to rock again. But anyways, catch you tomorrow. Have a good night.